And the intensive has been great. It's been very physical, which it's been pretty much everything I expected.
I chose Company E just because of the work that you guys do is so versatile, and I just feel like you can really dig deep into your artistry, so it's not just about, the technique and everything that you do, but a lot of it's kind of simple, like with the apple piece. It's simple movement, but you have to really dig deep into what the piece means so that you can convey what you're trying to say as a dancer.
My name is Catherine Pilkington. I am the co-artistic director of Company E. We've been very fortunate to work with numerous choreographers around the world, and we wanted to share it at home.
And I looked online, and all the choreographers that you bring in are awesome, and the whole State Department connection is really mind-blowing to me. So I really wanted to come not only learn dance and experience the choreography and the rep, but also to learn the business side, because I feel like you guys have a really interesting business model that's different, and I could learn a lot for it, and not only applies to dance but to life in general, to be thinking about 2 steps ahead and how can you maximize on a situation that you're already going into.
Honestly, the classes have been great. I think the diversity within each one has been really nice, because going from ballet and then switching over to modern, it's just okay, I have to be up for ballet, but now I have to be a modern dancer and get low, which is perfect because you need both. Both are really, really necessary.
As a teacher, it's my mission to really show how everything is interconnected. Whether it's ballet, whether it's contemporary, modern, we have one body, and us as dancers need to use our body as a tool to communicate. Rarely do we use text, we do, but my goal as a teacher is to give the students a sense that their body can speak as eloquently as their voice can.
All the summer intensives I've been to before have been one person sitting in the front and saying yes, no, blah, blah, blah. But this is very much a through line between your ballet, modern, and rep, and trying to find concepts that are constant throughout, and almost leitmotifs, and finding that throughout your whole dance and how that informs how I do this piece and how this piece informs what I do in this piece. Although they're completely different and different styles, but like Catherine said today, your body, you only have one body. So everything informs what you do in the next piece. And you have to really digest that in your body and let it sink in and use it to your advantage.
How our week works anyway. We have Gavin teaching ballet. I'll teach a modern. Rob will come in and teach every once in a while and set his work on us. And it's a collaborative effort. And I think the students benefited from hearing from multiple voices. If they didn't hear what I had to say in a certain way, maybe they heard the same thing from Gavin, but he expressed it in a way that they understood.
So I appreciated that they were not sort of, you know, all over the place and like, yeah, it's this and this and this, and it's like, okay, these are what we're telling you, and we're going to tell you it again and again and again, and you know, and you want to please the dancer. Well, I've already heard that, and I've already implemented that, but that's not always true. I did need to hear something 20 times until it was, okay, that is what they mean by this.
Within just 2 weeks, it's been really interesting to see how some of them have come into the room and come into their own in some of the work. Of course, some of them have been challenged, and I think most of them actually have been challenged in a lot of different ways. But to hear from talking from some of them about what has really made lasting impressions, I think that's going to be what sticks with me, actually. Not necessarily, you know, how somebody danced one phrase, but more the conversations I've had and the eagerness and the hunger for just learning how things work in the real world, because they have to be thinking right now about what that's all about. A number of them have just graduated from college, so they're, you know, thinking ahead to their own careers, and takes me back to that time that I did too. So, you know, it's a bit of self-reflection in a way too.
What I appreciated the most about this intensive was that Paul and Catherine went out of their way to give us whatever we wanted and needed. So not only did they always listen to what we wanted and constantly ask, what do you need? What do you need in 5 years? Where do you want to be, and what do you need to get there? We were always welcome to have that conversation. So although the technique classes and the repertory were great and everything, I think 5 years, 10 years down the line, the things that are going to stick with me are the conversations with the members of the NEA that came in, and the members of Metro Dance DC, and many others that all were generous with their time and came in, because they not only talked about dance as like, I am a dancer, but you are an artist and you are a member of the community, so be a steward to that community, not only locally, but also globally. And here are the resources you have to do that. You don't have to do it on your own, and many people think they do, but you have to put an effort and continually put an effort to make it work and be a great addition to your community, because the arts have so much to offer, and they're often overlooked, especially in the United States.
Not only are you working on your technique in these classes as far as ballet goes and as far as modern goes, but you're also getting, like I said before, the artistry and building that, which is almost, well, it's a little bit more important than technique, actually, because if you don't have that, then, you know, what are you doing? So, yeah, I just think as an artist, you can really, really grow at this intensive.